My season gets started on October 1st, and this doe was a mighty tempting target because I hadn't had a shot the previous year. But given the fact that she had a fawn with her, I gave her a pass. On the farm that I was hunting, I had a couple of stands in the small wood lot across the road next to the cornfield. I had been seeing quite a few bucks out of the one stand. And then this happened. I had my gear all packed up, and this guy ran right under my tree stand and stopped at 15 yards. Before I knew what I was doing, I shot. I make for a pretty lousy trophy hunter. I hunt with a longbow, and any deer to me is awesome. But the question was, would I spend the rest of the season seeing small bucks like this little 3-point, or did I shoot way too soon, and would I ever get a chance at a bigger buck? As October moved into November, the first signs of the coming rut appeared, including a halfway decent rub near one of my tree stands. Something bigger did come. This 6-point buck was out in front of me for about 15 minutes. Given that I didn't have a buck tag anymore, all I could do was sit and record video. There was something off to the left that was bothering him. He kept looking up that way and he spooked back a little bit. The buck would just stand there and stare for several minutes at a time, looking up in that direction. I ended up with a total of about 16 minutes of footage of this buck, but he eventually walked right in front of the tree stand, and he gave me multiple opportunities to shoot him between 18 and 20 yards. As we got towards the end of the archery season, snow came. And during the last week of the archery season, it seemed to really get the bucks moving. The area where I live and where I hunt probably isn't the greatest. And throughout my hunting career, I can pretty much count on one hand the number of times that I've seen a 10-point buck or better. And here comes a basket rack 10-point, and this guy eventually walked right underneath my tree stand. I was excited to see a 10-point, and I really couldn't believe it. But about a half hour later, I caught some commotion off to my right. There was a doe walking along the edge of the ridge. And as luck would have it, right behind that doe was another 10-pointer, a different one than the one that just walked under the tree stand. And that was the end of the bow season for 2019. This was the first year that I never picked up a gun, and I spent the whole gun season hunting with my bow. It was great just to sit out and watch wildlife and have a good time. One of the interesting things that I saw was this bobcat. I think up until that point, throughout my whole life, I'd only seen one other bobcat. This one sat there for over an hour just waiting to try to pounce on a squirrel. I did have some close encounters during the gun season, and I passed up a shot on a button buck, but for the most part, I didn't get any chances with the bow, which was okay. And then the season came to an end. So was I disappointed with not getting a bigger set of antlers? Not getting a true trophy? No, I wasn't. I'm having my trophy right now.